Hey everyone, here's yet another 60 Grassy commentary for you guys. This time I'm against Nahelon or Nahelon, however you pronounce that. He's a OG player, been playing this game for a long time, and yeah, I play him every now and then. We'll see how this game goes. So I'm able to get first turn here, and just want to go and flash him off. Pretty easy flash, nothing too special. At this point I don't know what he has. He doesn't know what I have. I think if I remember I'll put my spell book up to show you guys because it is pretty unique. I don't know his, but I'll at least put mine up. So there I used a spell called Abduction, which doesn't end your turn and moves the player a few pixels. And I was trying to get on top of him to whip him, and he already, I put that in the thumbnail, he already puts out the draw when he sees that I use Abduction. Nahelon is one that is really rigid in his ways, meaning he'll only play like a certain types of spells, like the OG spells, not any other, like, you know, Blood, Cosmos, Wilds, other things. So he'll ask players to like ban spells, and so he didn't ask me at this point. He didn't ask me, and so I was like, oh yeah, I don't have any of those spells. He mentioned like Infection, Conductor Rod, Lich, a couple others, and he didn't mention one, Abduction, which was that spell, the little green ray there that moves the player. And I didn't know that actually he had banned that, but I didn't mention that, and then I use it, and then he brings out the instant draw. It's like turn 2, by the way, too, and he's already got that draw up. I was trying to here jump on, or one option that I could have done here is jump on his head, and then flight, and then go up once, so hit shift once, and then you aim a Vine Whip straight down, maybe slightly to his right. So like, I would fly on his head, shift once, and then aim the whip like right there where my cursor is, and then he would fling off the map to the left. That was one option I had, but I got kind of stuck in this corner, so I had to hug him, and the way I aimed this whip was pretty much just straight into his player, so into the center. Basically just think of like a diagonal line from the top of his hood here to the foot. That's just where I aimed the whip, and I was able to get a second knock. So he was kind of tilted at that point because I brought Abduction, and he really doesn't like that spell. It is busted in certain situations. You can get 2 knocks as I did here, and so he brings out the instant draw, and he's kind of tilted in the chat saying like, you really think it's fun playing this stuff, and this game is bullshit, and this and that, you know. So anyway, I pebble to him and I flash. I'm trying to set up the second pebble. Here I just mega. I don't know why it's going so fast, the replay is now. Maybe because I had it paused before. But yeah, I mega the Pegasus and then Mud. And here I just want to keep the pressure up, pebble to him, do anything I can to just make sure that he's not trapped. If I have a way to get to him, then he's pretty close to dead. So here I'm thinking maybe he wants to try to escape. He does escape, and he's gonna go to side hide here. Probably protection shield or something. Yeah. So at this point, I have flight too. That's another thing about this book, and I'll post it at the beginning of the video, is that it's got flight and glide, so that's a bit kind of, I don't know, it's a bit cheap because you don't expect a player to have flight and glide, which means that they can easily get to the side. And so here what I do is I stuff a Mega Boulder on his left, and what that'll do is it'll explode move him to the right and then sink him, but it also sink me. You may think that's bad, but if you sink on your turn, you still have your turn to gate, and so I can sink, get all that damage up on him, and then teleport back to the top. And then I've got my glides, so I just pop out the glide. I barely make the jump here, you'll notice. Barely skim that tree, so that was a nice glide. And I hit him with the spear. Poof! Done. Pretty quick game, 9-turn win. Tilted him into next week. But I mean, I'm not someone who typically runs Rush. This is like one of the first games that I've ever ran it, and I just wanted to try it. You know, one of my friends was like, hey, check out this book, I want you to try it and see if you can beat Nahelon with it, and I went for it. And I don't typically run these types of books because, I don't know, it seems that the margin for error on them, like you have to really play a certain way, and if you make just the slightest mistake, then you're just lost, because they Mega Boulder you, or they blast from the past and squeeze through a little hole and they spear you, or you know, they're just able to keep the pressure up in so many ways. And the book has great mobility too, not to mention just cheese strategies like, oh, abduction flash and abduction vine whip, you know, moving the player into a whippable spot or a flashable spot, which it can be so many places on the map that you're able to abduct and whip someone from. But anyway, that was kind of a fun short game, wanted to showcase that to you guys. And hope Nahelon gets a chance to see this. If you're watching this, bro, no hard feelings. It's just kind of a fun game that fun spellbook that I wanted to try for once. I do not run this consistently because I do think it's pretty cheese, but it was definitely fun to try this one out and see if it could work. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this quick video, and have a great rest of your day, and peace out.